What's going on, everybody? This is Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media. Living the dream as always. Sitting in the car, driving home. Thought I would do a quick video on the first game of the regular season for the Chicago Bulls. They played last night against the Philadelphia 76ers. Like 125 to 108 was the final score, something to that effect. I'm not upset after last night's game. I figure I should put in some predictions and some forecasting for the season. So here we go. First off, I expect this Bulls team to lose a lot of games this year. I expect them to win about 30 to 35 games. And that even seems a little high after watching last night. This is a team that defensively is going to be atrocious. This is a team that is going to have some really amazing scoring quarters where it's going to be 40 points. That first quarter last night was amazing. And this is a team that's also looking at next year, so I'm not too worried about it. Like, I don't look at the Bulls right now and think to myself, oh, this is a complete failure. Like, Zach LaVine looked really good last night. Bobby Portis looked really good last night. Now, for a quarter, it was, just pretty special. But they looked really good last night overall. Wendell Carter Jr., I think he's going to be a really good center. When they get Lowry back, that's going to be a really good lineup. The player I wanted to actually focus on for this first kind of analysis is going to be Jabari Parker. Bulls fans have to understand something right off the bat with this young man. This is a reclamation project for him as much as it is for us. This is also I'm trying to just stay in the league and make good money. He would not make this kind of money on other teams, and other teams that are maybe still pointing down the wrong way or maybe not where the Bulls are in terms of a rebuild, he'd be starting. So I know he was competing for a starting role, and he is accepting of it right now because it's going to benefit his game. I just don't think that it's too early to tell if Jabari was a good signing or not. I love the hometown signing reclamation project. This is a city that we love our hometown boys. We love our, homegrown studs. And there was a time where we thought Jabari Parker was going to be a stud in the NBA. Don't even kid yourself. There was a time where people thought Jabari Parker was going to be big time in this league. I do got a roast on him because he did get a delay game for unwrapping his legs. He looked like the damn mummy. It took him forever. So even the referee was staring at him saying, man, that's absurd. If it's the first game of the season and that's what you got going on already, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. So hopefully that's just a blip. But no, last night, you didn't have Chris Dunn. You didn't have Lowry. Wendell Carter's first game. Zach LaVine's first season back, really healthy. Just too many things going the wrong way to start the year. So I'm not panicked. Like I said, 30 to 35 wins feels about where they're going to land, and if they get a little bit more than that, they're going to be a playoff team in the East. If they get a little bit less than that, they'll be close to a lottery team. I'm not looking at this Bulls team though and even pretending that they're going to make the playoffs and be a threat. I'm not looking at this Bulls team and even pretending that they're going to develop quickly. I do think Fred Hoiberg is starting the year off on the hot seat, whether people want to admit it or not. His offensive scheme is great, but this is year 4. This is a proud, historic franchise in the NBA. I just don't get the feeling that Gar Forman and John Paxson are going to be incredibly patient with Fred Hoiberg. I think this year it's going to be about what do we have moving forward. It's going to be about, is the coach the right guy? Where can we get a superstar talent from? And then, what can we do to take that next step? There's no reason to believe that the Bulls can't take that next step towards the end of this year and going into next season to become a playoff team, and possibly, even a step into a fighting for home court in the first round playoff team. And that's towards the end of next year. But this year's all about what do we have for next year. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this season. I normally don't get too excited when a team is looking and staring down the barrel of a losing long season, but the future does look bright. I mean, say what you want, the future looks bright. So I really like what the Bulls have on paper, and I think that that's going to definitely provide some excitement long term. And we'll just kind of see and go from there. So I think that's going to about do it, though. I just kind of want to talk for a few minutes on kind of season opener. I'm not even going to really cover too much of the game because Philly was on redemption mode after that loss to Boston. And honestly, I don't think the Bulls could have gone in there and won that game. You give them 50 attempts. I think they're only winning 1 or 2 of those games. If you gave the Bulls 50 attempts and you kept the first quarter the exact same, I think Chicago wins no more than 3 or 4 of those games. Philly likes to score. They like to move the ball. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were both fired up. Them boys were ready to go. I don't think Chicago was meant for that game last night, and that's fine. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of games this season where Chicago's going to have 1 or 2 really impressive quarters, but it's going to be marred by just a poor defensive scheme, bad transition defense, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a fun season, but it's going to be a tough one as well. A lot of lumps and bruises, but this is also the type of season where true fans are found. I think about when the Cubs were going through some of their worst years right before they kind of hit that upswing. You saw a lot of those true fans there. So hopefully we can stick together. We got to believe. Yeah, that's right, believe. So let's at least have a fun season. We're not winning a championship this year. We're not fighting for first place this year. Let's be realistic. But let's have fun. Let's enjoy the season. Let's enjoy the players and have a good year. And, hopefully they do get into the playoffs. Although, being a 7 or 8 seed is just kind of like purgatory at that point. So I'd rather them make the playoffs as a 7 or 8 seed and get some progress than be the 9th seed or something like that. So, but alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here of the Urban Girl Scout Media talk show, whatever you want to call this crap. My name is Tony. I am living the dream. Thank you.